So Josh,
Phil.
can you look over this way? Okay.
So I just got back from Fish Guy Media Network and whew, had some fun with those guys. They are an absolute blast. And I did a few small interviews with the casting crew. So I will go over that. But first, let's go over a few other things. I may have mentioned it like a couple times, but I have mentioned that I'm currently working on getting my podcast onto a few other formats outside of SoundCloud. Well, guess what? I actually am currently working on it. The issue is, if you watch my last podcast, or excuse me, listen to my last podcast, you would know that this last couple weeks have been no words, pure chaos. It's just been nuts how much I've worked, and I honestly just haven't had the time. I barely have been able to get the podcast out. I'm recording this on Thursday. All right, I'm recording this on Thursday. It's supposed to be out on Friday. So not only am I making this recording right now, I have to edit everything together and push it online, make a thumbnail, and get everything ready for it to be out tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. But it's gonna happen. Content doesn't stop because of, it's not gonna stop. Anyways, all podcasts have two services you have to use. One is hosting, the other is distributing. Hosting is essentially where your podcast, like sleep, where they stay always. Distributing is essentially your podcast being sent out to all of the other options. As of right now, I've been using SoundCloud, but I needed to, decide if I was going to stick with it or not. Because there are a lot of other options out there besides SoundCloud. For example, Mike Peters, who was on the podcast last week, he does everything through Buzzsprout, hosting and distributing. Dami Hockey uses Libsyn. And it doesn't just stop there. There's tons of them. You have Spreaker, Blueberry, Podbeam, or Transistor. There's literally so many of them to choose from. Looking for cloud space, prices, the pros and cons, you name it. I decided the best choice for me was, I'm sticking with SoundCloud. Not only is their price extremely fair, they also have a yearly fee instead of a monthly, which is a huge deal for me. I hate monthly subscriptions.
Monthly subscription.
I also have a long history with them, and Brendan and Fish Guy Media both use them. So, if they're using them, they're my best friends. I probably should stick with it. So, by the time this video comes up, hopefully midway through the day, because tomorrow's my first day off in, weeks. Literally weeks. God, it's been hard. I finally have time to actually go through the process of doing everything and buy it, post it, and all First Date podcasts should be live on other formats for you to follow, which I will let you know where all of them are, not only on my podcast, but also on, all my YouTube videos and podcasts and Twitch, all of my, so I'll talk about that at the end of the video. Oh, one more thing. A few people have been asking what I've been using for equipment and stuff. Nothing has changed from me using Twitch. So if you really want, go ahead and check the marker up there. You can go through all the stuff I use for Twitch. I'm essentially using this mic, which is the Audio Technica 2020, and I have the Go XLR Mini as a soundboard. Nothing else has really changed. Of course, I have a computer. You can do it on a laptop. Hell, you can do it on phones nowadays. It's not that expensive. It's really not. It's really, really not. But I will give a shout out to a program I do highly recommend for people who are using PC. I think it may be available for Mac. Yep, you can use it. I said in the beginning of this series when I started doing podcasts, it's essentially one of the easiest ways to do things. You talk into a mic, you record it, and you post it to the internet. It is that simple, but there are a few other steps, and I've tried my best to explain them. But part of the fun of doing this is learning how to do it. Audacity is probably the best free audio software out there. Also, fun fact, I originally downloaded Audacity years ago because I wanted to make my own custom ringtones for my phone. What is wrong with me? But it's actually really simple, yet complicated. Every time I feel like I open it up and look around, I learn something new. And I can definitely tell because my audio quality gets better every single time I use it. And I recommend just jump head first. Even in the very basics of it, you press record, talk, stop, upload. You can do that. If you want some help, there are some way better people that know way more about audio than me. Go watch their YouTube videos. This is me talking about how bad I am at learning this stuff. Anywho, we're going to go over the interviews with the Fish Guy Media guys. So let's quickly go over what Fish Guy Media is. You probably have noticed this logo before because I've promoted it in sense because I'm part of the 32-Bit Arena, one of the podcasts on this network. Yeah, I technically work here. Haven't got paid yet, but It's whatever. This is a company that's been started by one of my best friends, Joshua Fish, who's also the co-host of the 32-Bit Arena. However, that's not the only thing he does here. He also runs the Fishbowl podcast, Up Next Sports, and Comics of the Roundtable. He also works with Comedy CNY and runs the Stage Time Trivia that's live every Thursday. All of these have had great success. And this is my interview with Josh in his usual rant fashion. Oh, wait, never mind. This is Jason. He's the social media guy and animated short artist. All right, now it's time for Josh.
Hey, Josh.
Hey, Phil.
Oh, good guy. I hate everything. What's going on? Josh, where are we right now?
In my studio, in my house. What should be living room.
So, what's the more proper name for this place?
The living room.
Oh, come on.
No, it's the Fish Guy Media Network studio, sponsored by Comedy CNY.
Nice. So what do you mainly do here? Well, okay, what do we mainly do here?
Podcasts, video game streaming, and whatever other content creation we can come up with.
Cool. And do you like doing it?
You said 3 questions. Now this is 4.
I said
Of course I like doing it. I've been doing it for over a year now without falter. I haven't stopped. Of course I like it.
All right, then what do you think of your co-host of the 32-Bit
I
Arena?
hate them all. Oh, God. They're all shit. But
He gets a chance to find better talent, he will.
right. Oh, thank you. As soon as I find the chance to get better talent, I will. No, they're great people. I like them all, and thank you for doing it because I don't pay you. You know, so we're getting paid in merit.
That's going to be how I open the video.
Yeah.
And lastly, any advice you can give to someone who's just starting out in podcasting?
Just stick with it. Just keep going every day, every chance you get. Just don't let people say no, motherfucker. Just don't let people bully you out of doing it. People are, people are gonna tell you this doesn't work, this isn't good, whatever. Just keep doing your thing. That's all there is to it. Make the content you want to make, not what everybody else is telling you to make. Fuck them. You do you. That's it.
Any closing comments?
This is like question 7. Closing comments? No, man. It's just, this has been a fun ride. That's all there is to it. It's been I started this because I was a gas station manager before this, and I was a corrections officer before that. And if the gas station thing didn't work out, there was no need in the world for a gas station manager that shoots real good. So it was let's make a fucking media network, man. You talk and do things, you know? That's it. Cut.
Thank you, Josh.
Next up, we have Stove, one of the 2 co-hosts of Up Next Sports.
So, Stove,
So, Phil,
what do you think of podcasting?
I mean, it's a thing we do.
All right.
It definitely is a thing we do, you know? And, maybe someday people will watch it, you know?
Wow.
Do you like it?
Yeah, man. The whole reason I started doing this is because my buddy and co-host, Rob, tried to do it by himself and he couldn't. So I just kind of stepped in to, fill the dead air. Basically just give me a reason to hang out with Robbie every week that I can write off on the taxes.
Is there any grievances you'd like to say about your co-host?
No, I mean, we're basically married at this point, so any grievances are just, day-to-day stuff.
That guy I've gotten groomed.
Could you give any advice to people starting out in podcasting?
Yeah, find a guy like Josh that bought all the equipment and just said, hey, come record. Because really that's all I do is I just come here and just talk on a mic for an hour a week. I didn't do any legwork to get here. It was all Josh. So find yourself a Josh and you're good to go.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Stove.
Thanks, Phil.
And the other side of the fish coin and Up Next Sports, we have Rob. Rob and I actually have known each other for years. I've met him way before I met Josh. We actually started comedy, at least in the local area, pretty much at the same time, and we've been buddies ever since. And here is Rob and his very unique character.
So, Rob.
What?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm good.
So, what do you do here?
I am a content curator. I am a mogul. I'm an aspiring thirst trap. I am a talent extraordinaire. I'm a philosopher, an occasional businessman, cook.
I said, what do you do
all-around-
here?
That is what he does here.
I mean, an all-around sensual
What else
lover.
am I doing?
Thank you for interrupting.
All right, so you do the podcast here, right? So what do you like about podcasting?
I like the fact that I can get people outraged and I can get kicked off of bigger platforms like YouTube, and I can speak my mind and, spread the good word of QAnon.
Okay. And what do you think of your co-host, Stouffer?
Which, Stove?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy that he's, joining the suburbs. He is, he survives strictly on rabbit food. He is the most wrong UFC insider I think anyone could ever have. I think his current record is 0-6 and counting. But, he's willing to stick it out and, make it so I don't have to ramble incoherently and nonsensically into a mic by myself. So I appreciate that.
What do you think of your other co-host, Josh?
Dude, what do you think of your brother?
It's a week by week thing.
Am I allowed to talk? Is this?
Speak for it. I don't
Is
give
this?
a fuck.
Am I allowed to? Am I okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is not live.
Fire.
I need help. I need if you got any money, if you have any coins, can returns. I need you to send them to the Fish Guy Media Studios. Attention, Rob Fish, circa the Rob Fish Relief Fund. It's scary. I'm being held here against my will. I haven't eaten a sensible meal in 3 days. Mom, Dad, I love you. I'm safe, but I need help. I need help. I'm not okay. Everything's not okay here.
So any recommendations for future podcasting people?
I can only recommend to check out Fish Guy Media Network and to check out all the wonderful things we do there. We have our podcast on Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Thursdays and oh no. I forgot to lead off with 32-bit arena first.
And these are my guys, man. They're all great people, super funny, and all super creative. I love to talk to all of them, and they all love talking, which I mean is really helpful in podcasting. So, yeah, that's this week's video. I know, I feel like these three podcasts were not the best, but I definitely feel like my videos have gotten more creative to an extent. I'm trying to learn how to just edit and look at this hair. Yeah, I think that will do it. Let's go over some plugs. As you know, you can catch my podcast currently on SoundCloud. Hopefully there'll be, some more tomorrow. You can catch me on the 32-bit arena on Fish Guy Media Network. My YouTube videos come out every Friday at 9:30 a.m. You also can follow me on Twitch with this schedule. You can always follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Phil. If you like the video, please leave a like and subscribe. And of course, I'll catch you guys later.
You like how I haven't trained?
Look serious again. Oh, I'm gonna